Happening at 8, a live look over Montrose where the rainbow crosswalk is gone. As crews continue to work in that area, we'll have a live report of the protests and a look at the removal process in just a few minutes.
Plus, millions could soon be without SNAP benefits if the government shutdown continues into November. The latest announcement from the USDA this morning.
And early voting for the November election starts today. A lot of important local races on that ballot. We'll break it down for you. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for being here. I'm Melissa Wilson.
Brand new week.
It's here.
Fresh
new start.
Here we are. Let's get to it. I'm Delon Dillard. Mike is here with your forecast this morning.
What an amazing few days. Actually, the whole month has been pretty awesome. We've had really cool mornings, but every day it's 90, you know, and even today, as you step outside and it feels like, oh, okay, fall has arrived, right? No, it's still going to be back to near 90 later on today. So light jackets this morning. I think everybody's just raving about how beautiful it is out there right now, but back to near 90. Scattered storms are in the forecast for tomorrow, and we continue our burn bans and our fire danger across much of the area, especially to the north where there's going to be less humidity today. So feeling great out there. Tomball is currently 55, the Woodlands 56, Atascocita at 60, 64 in Missouri City, also about 64 in League City, so not bad at all. These temperatures are about 10 degrees, I mean, give or take about 10 degrees cooler than they were this time yesterday. Some spots a little bit more dramatic, some spots a little bit less. Another look at the burn bans that are in effect across the area, so no outdoor burning. We're going to talk about it coming up on Forecasting with Friends at 11 a.m. this morning here on Fox Local. There have been some grass fires that have broken out in North Texas, not too far away from Dallas, and we don't want any more of that, so we got to just stay safe. Here's our outlook for Pearland today: 85 at noon, about 87 at 4 p.m. A little hotter here in Cypress, low 90s.
All right, Mike, thank you. The rainbow crosswalk in Montrose is at the center of growing controversy this morning. It's
removed now following an order from Governor Greg Abbott. Jade Fleury is live in Montrose right now to bring us up to date with that. Is it quiet out there now, Jade?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, obviously you can still hear the construction crews out here, but the protesters have left the scene since then. But the rainbow crosswalk, you guys, is officially gone. It only took construction crews about 2 hours to completely tear out the 4 crosswalks here at the intersection of Westheimer and Taft Street. But of course, it didn't come without some pushback from those protesters who were opposing Governor Greg Abbott's order to remove symbols of what he calls political ideologies from public roadways. Earlier this morning, protesters gathered along the crosswalk in Montrose trying to stop Metro crews from removing it. The crosswalk was first installed back in 2017, then it was removed for road work and repainted earlier this month. But shortly after that repainting, Governor Abbott issued that statewide order to TxDOT and cities to remove any signs or markings with political ideologies or agendas. He also warned that local governments refusing to comply could face consequences, including cuts to state or federal road funding and the suspension of TxDOT agreements. But many people in Montrose are still opposing the governor's order.
I think it's also important to think about the impact that these crosswalks have in our city that is already inundated with car traffic, and you know, the original story for why this crosswalk happened is because there was a person that died on this crosswalk from a hit and run. And when we think about infrastructure in the city of Houston specifically, where we are a car-centric city, it makes sense, and if anything, this crosswalk is doing the city a favor by being here.
Now, earlier this morning, Commissioner Leslie Briones released a statement saying that she was deeply disappointed by the decision to remove Texas's first Pride crosswalk, saying that local communities, not state or federal pressure, should decide how we honor our values. Reporting from Montrose, Jade Fleury, Fox 26 News.
Okay, Jade, thank you. A local mother will appear before a judge this morning on a murder charge after her 9-year-old daughter died in a hot car back in July.
Court documents tell us that Bemosola Aquino admitted she left the child in the car with some water and the windows partially down while she went to work in Galena Park, but investigators say she did not check on the child until 8 hours later when her shift was over. The medical examiner ruled the 9-year-old died of heat exhaustion. The mother is being held on a $500,000 bond. Also appearing in court this morning, a man accused of driving drunk and causing a crash that killed a beloved postal worker. Jose Humberto Romero was accused in the crash that killed 58-year-old Stephen Marks, who was delivering mail along Antoine Drive Saturday morning. Investigators say Romero was trying to get away from a minor crash at the time. He's charged with intoxication manslaughter, being held on $250,000 bond.
A mess. Also happening today, the murder trial begins for a former Illinois sheriff's deputy who fatally shot Sonia Massey. Massey was unarmed when she was shot and killed by Sean Grayson back on July 6, 2024. He pleaded not guilty. Earlier this year, Sangamon County, Illinois, this is the county where the capital city of Springfield sits in, officials there agreed to a $10 million settlement with Massey's family. Meantime, ICE and Customs Border Protection officials will testify today in federal court about their use of force and tear gas on protesters in the Chicago area. The hearing comes after a judge barred agents from using tear gas without warning on peaceful protesters. Today is also the deadline for the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois to respond to the Trump administration's Supreme Court appeal seeking permission to deploy federal troops on Chicago streets. 8:05, you can start voting early right now for the November election. Polls opened about an hour ago. Early voting runs through October 31st, and you can request that mail-in ballot through Friday.
Okay, so on the ballot, 17 proposed constitutional amendments and a special election to fill the 18th congressional seat. Metro is offering free round-trip rides to the polls throughout early voting. That's for any bus, Metro Rail, curb-to-curb, and Metro Lift services. To ride for free, just show your voter registration card or other approved documentation. Metro will also offer free rides on Election Day, which happens to fall on November 4th. Now, before you head to the polls, we have you covered with everything you need to know, because it gets a little frustrating if you're in that booth and you don't know how and what to vote on. So you can get the latest ballot breakdowns and more on Fox Local. That's free on your phone and your smart TV. Well, here we go. Government shutdown continuing now into day 20. More than 3 million Texans are now at risk of losing their food stamps next month.
The Department of Agriculture announced it will not fund SNAP food program benefits in November, meaning 40 million people nationwide who rely on monthly food stamps could face disruptions. Democrats want the administration to address the lost health care subsidies in a new funding bill.
On something around health care subsidies to end this thing?
They want to give 1 point. They have a deal. We have a deal. We just want an extension. And the reason we want an extension is because you can't make a deal with these people. They're lunatics. They've gone crazy. They're crazed people. Trump derangement syndrome.
We are trying to prevent really bad things from happening. We're trying to prevent the fact that many Americans received a notice of their premiums increasing, in many cases skyrocketingly, on January 1st. It will be too late to negotiate those tax credits in December. We have to come back to Washington now.
Republicans have said they will or would consider an idea regarding these health care subsidies, but they will only even talk about this once the government is reopened.
President Trump is hosting a summit at the White House today with Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. The pair is expected to discuss a larger U.S. commitment to Australia's mineral sector, trade, and international security.
President Trump is also cutting off all U.S. payments and subsidies to Colombia. It is a sharp escalation in his ongoing feud with President Gustavo Petro. On Truth Social, Trump accused Petro of failing to stop drug production despite what he called massive U.S. payouts. The two leaders have already clashed over migration and drug trafficking. This move raises the stakes, putting millions in U.S. aid on hold and straining relations even further. Double whammy for scam victims. First, their bank accounts are hid, and then their money is frozen while the scam is sorted out. A Houston woman reached out to our Heather Sullivan. You know, she jumped on the case, and guess what happened? She got the money back. Heather will show you how to protect yourself up next.
Before that, though, let's check on your traffic situation. Look at Traffic Max 360. We have had so many accidents working out there today. What a mess, one after another. Beltway 8 westbound after Belfort working right now. Another main problem along the East Tex Freeway northbound at Hopper. Finally, the HOV lane along the East Tex Freeway, so I-69 southbound just after Mount Houston. Great news is that 5-vehicle accident along the 610 South Loop has finally cleared. Right now, we're showing you the East Tex. We're in that HOV lane, and traffic is just at a standstill there. So those people are definitely going to be late wherever they're heading. Hopefully they can get this cleared quickly. We'll be right back.
Car buying can feel overwhelming, but not if you start in the right place. At Big Star Hyundai, we're here to listen because that's the best way to find you the perfect vehicle at the best price. Come talk to us or any one of the Big Star group of dealers today. We hear you.
Okay, we have a scenario for you. Just picture this for a moment. Your bank account is hit by fraud, and to make matters worse, you can't even access your money while it's being investigated.
That'd be hot.
It'd be frustrating and scary.
Somebody has to get that straight. A disabled veteran says it happened to her until consumer reporter Heather Sullivan straightened it out for her. Heather?
Erica Hamilton is a disabled veteran who's retired, and she says she only expects her monthly disability checks. So when she received 2 unexpected paychecks from a company, she reported it to her bank, Chase Bank. Well, Chase tells us it discovered those checks were counterfeit and that she was the victim of a scam. But Hamilton says her funds in her account were restricted for 30 days and she wasn't able to pay her bills.
I was mad. It had been like day 25 at that point. You know, and they're still telling me we're working on it. And I'm like, why is this not urgent?
So Hamilton has 2 problems here. First, she was hit by fraud, but she also couldn't access her money during this long investigation. So first, we asked the Better Business Bureau how you can help protect yourself from scammers accessing your bank account in the first place.
We have seen scenarios where people have fake deposits placed in their account, and then the person that made that deposit reaches out to them and asks them to send the money back, usually via Cash App. So they send the money back to the person. Later, the bank notifies them that the deposit was actually fake.
So here are more tips from the Better Business Bureau to protect your bank account. Don't respond to anyone calling, texting, or emailing saying they're with your bank. You want to contact your bank directly with the phone number on their website or your statements to see if they were even trying to reach you. If you do give out bank passwords, scammers can access your funds. And if this has happened to you, you want to notify your bank, law enforcement, and the Federal Trade Commission right away. But you need to know this. A bank can restrict your funds for weeks or even months while it investigates fraud. So coming up in the next hour, we're going to show you what you can do when that happens. And also, guys, just a great idea, keep that emergency fund in a separate account because this could end up being an emergency.
It sure could. All right, Heather, thank you so much. I'm glad to see the woman was able to get her funds back. 8:13 for the first time. The price of a new car tops $50,000. More on the sticker shock and the cars you may want to consider. If you don't have 50 bands to spend, we will tell you how you can spend less than that coming up. 8:15. So the average price of a new car has now topped $50,000 for the first time in U.S. That's according to Kelley Blue Book. Where do they do that at? If you're looking for a new car, we can tell you maybe some ways to save some money. Jerry Reynolds with Car Pro Radio Network joins us here live. So first and foremost, car prices topping $50,000. We don't have it. What's going on with this? All right, Jerry, can you hear me? You got me? All right, looks like we perhaps may be having some technical difficulties. Jerry, can you hear me? All right, clearly you can see he cannot hear me. So again, car prices stopping $50,000. We've been trying to talk about, of course, maybe what are some factors that are driving this issue. Perhaps electric cars, obviously we've told you about tariffs and things as well like that. Perhaps maybe if you don't have $50,000, of course, we tell you quite often, look at some used vehicles, maybe some options under $20,000 perhaps even leasing a vehicle if that can be in your price range as well. So consider perhaps some used vehicles, something that's maybe not brand new straight up off the lot as well, which of course can not always be the best decision to make when you're looking to buy a new car. And of course, again, used vehicles, that's always the best option to consider. Do we have Jerry yet? We don't? Okay. Best cars to buy, Nissan, of course, we always hear Honda, Toyota, things of that sort as well. I think let's just go to break perhaps and just come back once we get Jerry. Is that okay? Okay, we're gonna go to break. We'll be back right after this. Keep it here. Sorry about that.